Hello. In this video we're going to consider what is the total percentage. For the do now, there's a question on the screen similar to the last lesson, so if you're struggling, look back at your notes from that. Have a count of how many squares there are in total and then see how many are shaded grey, shaded with diagonal lines and not shaded. Pause the video while you have a go at this question and press play when you're ready to see the answer. Here's the answers on the screen. So for part A, there was 15 squares shaded, but there was only 50 in total. And we know that percentages need to be out of 100, so we need to double 15 to get 30. If we double 6, we get 12. And when we take those away from 100, we will get 58 as our last answer. The outcomes of today: find percentages represented in diagrams, understand percentage total is out of 100, and find different percentages. For the starter, what I would like you to do is calculate the percentage amount of each of those totals. So can you find 20% of 80, 35% of 40, and 70% of 65? Pause the video while you have a go and press play when you're ready to see the answers. Okay, the answers are on the screen. Can you mark those, please? We've got 16 for question A, 14 for question B, and £45.50 for part C. Our first example for today. It was similar to what we was doing last lesson, but here we don't have 100 squares. So what percentage of this shape is shaded for part A? So what we can notice is that this rectangle has been split into 5 squares, and 3 of those have been shaded. So 3/5 is shaded. We can convert that 3/5 into 6/10, and then we can convert it into a fraction over 100, which will be 60/100. The reason why we want a fraction over 100 is because percentages are out of 100. Now that we have our fraction over 100, we can say that 60% is shaded. Part B asks us what percentage of this shape is not shaded. So if 60% is shaded, we know percentages are out of 100, so the remaining amount must be unshaded. And what we need to do is take away 60 from our 100%. So 100 take away 60 is 40. So 40% is not shaded. Okay, next example. Here we're going to try and find some percentage of amounts. So for the first one, we've got 5% of 100 kilograms. %5 of 100 kilograms can be written as 5/100. Well, we know percentages are out of 100, so we can say 5/100. And the word of means multiply. 5% goes to 5/100. Of becomes multiply, and it becomes 5/100 multiplied by 100. We can simplify this 5/100 to 1/20 multiplied by 100, and that will be 5 kilograms. You can use your calculators for these questions, so if you just wanted to straight away say 5/100 multiplied by 100, that would have been fine and you'd get 5 kilograms. Part B, 20% of 40 meters. So I'm going to start by writing the question down, 20% of 40 meters. And then, similar to the last question, we can change 20% into 20 over 100. Of will become multiply and 40. 20 over 100 multiplied by 40. 20 over 100, both of those numbers divide by 20, and that will become a fifth. Now we have a fifth multiplied by 40. And our final answer will be 8. And the last question, 25% of 80. Again, I'm going to start by writing the question down. 25% becomes 25 over 100. The word of can be written as a multiply, and 80 is 80. And we've now got 25 over 100 multiplied by 80. 25 over 100 can be simplified to a quarter. I've now got a quarter multiplied by 80, and that will be 20. Some practice questions for you to have a go at then. The first few questions will be related to that first example, and the same for this question and this question will be related to that first example we talked through. The second example will relate to the bottom questions. Pause the video while you have a go at these and press play when you're ready to see the answers. Okay, the answers are on the screen. Can you mark those, please? And that's it for this lesson.